Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy shouldn't put an additional financial burden on you or your family. Chapter 7 is typically designed to give individuals and couples a fresh start when they're struggling with debt. But what happens if you don't have the money to hire a bankruptcy attorney to file bankruptcy? Well, in this video, I'll walk you through how to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy with no money, including steps to determine if bankruptcy is right for you and how to navigate the process without an attorney. Also, just remember this video is made for just informational purposes only and should not be construed as any kind of legal or financial advice. Okay, so first, let's talk about whether Chapter 7 bankruptcy is right for you. So Chapter 7 bankruptcy, also known as the liquidation bankruptcy, is typically for those who don't have enough disposable income to pay their debts. So to qualify, you may need to pass a means test, which examines basically your last 6 months of income and puts that over on an annual basis. This step helps ensure you meet the income requirements for Chapter 7. Now, that process can be a bit complicated, so to simplify it, we've actually built a free Chapter 7 income limit bankruptcy calculator. I linked it in the description below. The calculator may be able to help you estimate your qualification and provide you an estimated cost as well based on your specific area. It'll help you determine your income compared to the actual median income for the state and help you understand whether you may qualify. You can again just look up online and see what the income thresholds are, but our calculators have the most up-to-date data. Also, it may be helpful to determine whether your debts are dischargeable. Credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans are typically examples of debts that may be limited in Chapter 7. However, debts like student loans, child support, certain tax obligations may not be dischargeable. Okay, so next, what happens to your property in Chapter 7? Well, when you file Chapter 7, a trustee typically reviews your property to see if any assets may be sold to pay your creditors. However, most people filing Chapter 7 with no money don't have non-exempt assets, meaning their property may be protected by bankruptcy exemptions. These cases are often referred to as no asset Chapter 7. Now, if you're unsure whether your property is protected, you may want to look into the federal and state bankruptcy exemptions for your area, but also you can take our calculator and it'll provide you some insight onto that as well, or call us at 833-272-3631. Okay, now let's talk about steps to file Chapter 7 without an attorney. So if you've determined Chapter 7 is the right path for you, you might consider filing pro se, which means filing without an attorney. So here are some basic steps to navigate the process on your own. Now, since you're looking at it doing it pro se, you're hoping to save some money. So there's a few options of doing that. You can either, one, get the forms online and try to compile them all together yourself, or two, you can potentially use a bankruptcy filing software. Now, if you fill out things improperly or incorrectly, you may end up with delays or your case being dismissed, so it can typically be important to do it properly. So if you decide you want to use a bankruptcy filing software, there's a software called Fresh Start Finance. This product is inexpensive. It allows you to fill out the forms like questionnaires. The data is all saved. It shows what forms may be needed with automatic updates about your bankruptcy case, and it also provides you insights and different ways to help rebuild your credit after bankruptcy. I'll link that in the description below if you want to get started for free. Okay, so let's keep going on with the steps to file bankruptcy. So step 1 may be gathering required documents. So prepare your bankruptcy forms. You may want to collect documents like credit reports from all 3 agencies. You should be able to get a free copy online. Tax returns for the last 2 years, pay stubs or proof of income for the last 6 months, statements for debts and financial accounts, appraisals or valuations for property, such as real estate or vehicles. Complete documentation may ultimately help ensure your bankruptcy forms are accurate. Okay, so step 2, completing the credit counseling course. So bankruptcy law may require you to take care of a pre-filing credit counseling course. This course typically takes about 1 to 2 hours and may cost between $10 to $50. If your income is below 150% of the federal poverty line, you may actually qualify for a fee waiver, which may be able to make the filing fee, which is typically $338, waived. Okay, step 3, filling out the bankruptcy forms. So the forms that typically are needed for a Chapter 7 is the voluntary petition, the statement for Social Security number, Schedules A through J, statement of financial affairs, and the means test form. Your local court may also require additional local forms, so it may make sense to check with the clerk's office and ultimately double checking everything before signing, as sometimes you're swearing under oath that the information is accurate. Okay, so step 4, filing the bankruptcy forms and paying the filing fee. So typically you take your completed forms to your local bankruptcy court, and the filing fee for that is Chapter 7 is $338. Again, we talked about earlier, you may be able to get that fee waived depending on your income. You also, if you can't pay for that upfront, you may request to pay in installments as well. After filing, what to expect. So once your forms are filed, you'll typically receive a case number, the trustee's information, and details about your 341 meeting of creditors. Before the meeting, you may need to submit any requested documents to the trustee, such as pay stubs or tax returns. The 341 meeting isn't typically very long and allows the trustee to verify your identity and the information on your forms. Creditors rarely attend these meetings, but it's important to be prepared. Step 5, completing the financial management course. So typically to receive your bankruptcy discharge, you may need to complete a post-filing financial management course. Like the credit counseling course that you may need to take before filing, this course takes about 2 hours and costs the same of $10 to $50, again with potential fee waivers as well. Okay, 6, managing your secured debts. So if you want to keep your home or vehicle, you may need to stay current on those loan payments. For example, for vehicles, lenders may require you to sign a reaffirmation agreement, which basically means you're agreeing to continue paying the loan. If your car's value is less than the low balance, you may be able to redeem it by paying the current value in a lump sum, although that's not always affordable for people. Okay, so just some final thoughts. Filing Chapter 7 without an attorney may seem overwhelming, but it's manageable with the right tools and resources. You can use Fresh Start Finance's bankruptcy filing software to help you prepare your bankruptcy forms for just $99. You can also take our free bankruptcy calculator to help you determine your eligibility and qualifications for Chapter 7. Again, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content on managing debt and personal finance. You can also call us at 833-272-3631 if you have any questions, or leave a comment down below. And remember, every financial challenge may have a solution. You're not alone. Thanks so much for watching.